Hi everybody, Johnny here. I hope you're having a great day today. You can find more good math at jmathpage.com. Today we'll be doing our times tables from top to bottom. Let's get started. We'll start with the ones. And the ones, one is always itself, right? And that's a good reason to start with them because it's the easiest. Alright, so if we say 1 times 1, we're saying we just want to have 1, 1. 1, 1 is just 1. If we say 1 times 2, let's just have 1, 2. The other way we can think about it, though, is that we could have 2 1s. 1, 2, or 2 1s still gives us 2. 1 times 3 is just 1, 3, or 3 times 1 is 3 1s. Either way, it's still 3. 1 times 4 gives us 4. 1 times 5, 1 5 is 5. 1 times 6, or 6 times 1, 6 1s, still gives us 6. 1 times 7 gives us 7. 1 times 8, or 8 times 1, 8 1s, still gives us 8. 1 times 9, 1 9 is just 9. 1 times 10, or 10 times 1, gives us 10. And this is a good start. Everything we do down the table now will depend on this good start. Let's look at our 2's now. Do you know some good rules for 2's? Let's see. I'm going to say that 2 is always double. So that's the main word for us, double. Alright, so let's try this out. 2 times 1 is the same as 1 times 1, twice as much. If we can say 1 times 1 is 1, 2 1s will be 2. We could see that up here already, right? 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2. They're the same, aren't they? So we doubled the 1, 1 plus 1, to make 2. That will be our pattern. If we want to know what 2 times 2 equals, well, we know that 1 times 2 is 2. If we want twice as many 2's, 2 and 2 more, we will have 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. So we've doubled the 2. 2 times 3 will be double 3, right? 3 and 3 more. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 times 4, we want to double the 4. 4 and 4 more. 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 times 5, 5 and 5 more. 5 doubled will give us 10. 2 times 6, 6 doubled, 6 plus 6 is 12. 2 times 7, 7 doubled, 7 and 7 more, 7 plus 7 is 14. 2 times 8, 8 doubled, 8 plus 8, 16. 2 times 9, 9 doubled, 9 plus 9, 18. And the last one you probably know already. 2 times 10, 10 doubled, 10 and 10 more is 20. Now you probably notice all of these are even numbers. Anything multiplied by an even number, like 2, will be doubled, right? Alright, let's look at 3's now. And 3's have a different special quality. 3 is the same as 1 times the number plus 2 times the number. What does that mean? Well, let's look it over here. We know that 1 times 1 was 1, and we know that 2 times 1 was 2. Well, 3 times 1 will be the same as 1 times 1 plus 2 times 1. Does that make sense? Because 3 is the same as 2 plus 1. So if we go 3 times 1, we can say that it's going to be 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 1 is the same as 3. It'll make more sense with the next ones. Let's try this. 3 times 2 is the same as 1 times 2, which is 2, plus 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 times 2, or 3 plus 3, is 6. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's try the next one. 3 times 3 is the same as 1 times 3, which is 3, plus 2 times 3, which is 6. And 3 plus 6 gives us 9. 3 times 4 is the same as 1 times 4, 4, plus 2 times 4, 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. 3 times 5 is the same as 1 times 5, which is 5, plus 2 times 5, which is 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. 3 times 6 is the same as 6 plus 12. 1 times 6 and 2 times 6 makes 3 times 6. 6 plus 12 is 18. 3 times 7 is the same as 7 and 14. 1 times 7 plus 2 times 7 makes 3 times 7. 21. 3 times 8 is the same as 1 times 8 plus 2 times 8 to make 3 times 8. 8 plus 16 is 24. 3 times 9 is the same as 1 times 9 plus 2 times 9. 9 plus 18 is 27. And the last one's the easiest, isn't it? 3 times 10 is the same as 1 times 10 plus 2 times 10 to make 3 times 10. 10 plus 20 is 30. Okay, we've done well by those. Now I'm going to change something. We want to look at 4 times, but to do 4 times we don't need our 3's, so we'll make our 3's go away a bit. And we don't need our 1's, so we'll make our 1's go away a bit too. Because all we really need are our 2's in order to make our 4's, right? And why is that? Well, 4 is double 2. Or you could say double, double. Double, double. 4 is always double, double. So what does that mean? Let's go over here and look. If we say 4 times 1, it's the same as 2 times 1, twice as many, right? Because 4 is double 2. So 4 times 1 will be double 2. Double 2 is 2 plus 2, which is 4. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's keep going. 4 times 2 will be double 2 times 2. Double 4 gives us 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 times 3 will be double 6. Double 6 will be 6 plus 6 is 12. 4 times 4 is the same as double 8. Double 8 is 8 plus 8 is 16. 4 times 5 will be double 10. Double 10 is 10 plus 10, gives us 20. 4 times 6 will be double 12. Double 12, 12 plus 12 is 24. 4 times 7 will be double 14. double 14 will give us 28. 4 times 8, double 16, 16 and 16 more. 16 plus 16 equals 32. 4 times 9 is double 18. 18 and 18 more. 18 plus 18 gives us 36. And again, the last one is the easiest. 4 times 10 will be double 20. Double 20, 20 plus 20 gives us 40. All right, so far so good. Now, the next one's a little bit more difficult. Okay, so doubling for 4s worked out fine. Let's keep our 4s around. Let's put our 2s away for right now. I think to make our 5s, we should have our 4s and we should have our 1s. Now remember, 5 is the same as 1 times a number plus 4 times a number. What does that look like? Well, let's make it happen. Here we are. 1 times a number happens like this, and 4 times a number like this. So if we wanted 5 times a number, we'd say the same thing as before. So 5 times 1 is the same as 1 times 1, which is 1, plus 4 times 1, which is 4. 1 plus 4 gives us 5. That makes sense, doesn't it? Now if we wanted 5 times 2, 5 times 2, that's the same as 1 times 2 plus 4 times 2. 2 plus 8 is 10. That makes sense because double 5 would give you 10, wouldn't it? Let's keep going. 5 times 3 is the same as 1 times 3 plus 4 times 3. So 3 plus 12, 3 plus 12 is 15. 5 times 4 is the same as 1 times 4 plus 4 times 4. 4 plus 16 is 20. 5 times 5, 1 times 5 plus 4 times 5, 5 plus 20, 25. 5 times 6 is the same as 1 times 6 plus 4 times 6. 6 plus 24 is 30. 5 times 7 is the same as 1 times 7 and 4 times 7. 7 plus 28 gives us 35. 5 times 8 is the same as 1 times 8 plus 4 times 8. 8 plus 32 gives us 40. 5 times 9 is the same as 1 times 9 plus 4 times 9. 9 plus 36 gives us 45. And the last one again is easy. 5 times 10 is the same as 1 times 10 plus 4 times 10. 10 plus 40 gives us 50. Nice. So now we've done our 1s, our 2s, our 3s, our 4s, and our 5s. Let's look at our 6s. Do you have any ideas about a good strategy for that one? Let's put these other ones away for right now. So put the 5s away. We'll put the 4s away. We don't need the 1s for this one either. What do you think we need? I think we need the 3s, don't you? Why do we want the 3s? Well, if we're looking at 6, we've got to remember that 6 is going to be double 3, right? 6 is double 3. Let's try that out. 6 times 1 is the same as 3 times 1 doubled. Doubled 3 is the same as 3 plus 3, and that gives us 6. Well, we knew 1 times 6 is 6, or 6 times 1 is 6. Let's keep going. 6 times 2 is the same as 3 times 2 doubled. 6 doubled, or 6 plus 6, gives us 12. 6 times 3 is the same as 3 times 3 doubled. 9 plus 9 is 18. 6 times 4 is the same as 3 times 4 doubled. 12 plus 12 is 24. 6 times 5 is the same as 3 times 5 doubled. 15 and 15 more. 15 plus 15 gives us 30. 6 times 6 is the same as 3 times 6 doubled. 18 and 18 more. 18 plus 18 gives us 36. 6 times 7 is the same as 3 times 7 doubled. 21 doubled. 21 plus 21 gives us 42. 6 times 8 is the same as 3 times 8 doubled. 24 and 24 more gives us 48. 6 times 9 is the same as 3 times 9 doubled. 27 and 27 more. 27 plus 27 gives us 54. And we save the best one for last. 6 times 10 is the same as 3 times 10 doubled. 30 and 30 more. 30 plus 30 gives us 60. Okay, that's really good so far. Now, let's go on to our 7s. And we'll use, how can we break down a 7 to make it easier for ourselves? Well, I think I'm going to leave my 6s up. Do you think that's a good strategy? So let's put away the 3s, and we'll use those guys. We'll use those later again. So 3 goes away. What would help us if we're thinking about 7s? I think we're going to go back up to our 1s, right? Now, 7 we can think of as is the same as 1 times a number plus 6 times a number. It could be 3 times a number plus 4 times a number, however you want to break it down, but we'll do it this way today. Okay, now from this start, let's look at what we have. 7 times 1 is the same as 1 times 1 plus 6 times 1. That makes sense, right? So 1 plus 6 gives us 7. All right, let's continue. 7 times 2 is the same as 1 times 2 plus 6 times 2. So 2 plus 12 is 14. 7 times 3, 1 times 3, and 6 times 3. 3 plus 18 together, 21. 7 times 4, same as 1 times 4, plus 6 times 4. 4 plus 24 is 28. 7 times 5 is the same as 1 times 5, plus 6 times 5. 5 plus 30 is 35. 7 times 6, same as 1 times 6, plus 6 times 6. 6 plus 36 gives us 42. 7 times 7, the same as 1 times 7, and 6 times 7. 7 plus 42 gives us 49. 7 times 8, same as 1 times 8, plus 6 times 8. 8 plus 48 gives us 56. 7 times 9, the same as 1 times 9, plus 6 times 9. 9 plus 54, that gives us 63. And the best for last again. 7 times 10 is the same as 1 times 10, plus 6 times 10. 10 plus 60 gives us 70. Now we've just done our 7s, which are probably the hardest ones. Okay. Now we have a good idea about a lot of them. What do you think about the 8s? What would you do with the 8s? Well, I'm thinking that I don't need to have the 1s to think about the 8s, so we'll put those away. I don't think I need the 6s to think about the 8s either. We'll put those away. And the 7s, I don't know how the 7s are going to help me with the 8s. But you might have an idea about which one works best. Which one would you choose? I think I'll choose this one too. This is probably the one you were thinking about, right? Because we know that 8 is double 4, right? Let's write that down. 8 is double 4. That's a good thing to know. Let's get started with this then. 8 times 1 is the same as 4 times 1 doubled. 4 doubled, 4 plus 4 is 8. That makes sense, doesn't it? 8 times 2 is the same as 4 times 2 doubled. 8 plus 8 is 16. 8 times 3 is the same as 4 times 3 doubled. Double 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. 8 times 4 is the same as 4 times 4 doubled. Double 16. 16 plus 16 is 32. 8 times 5 is the same as 4 times 5 doubled. 20 plus 20 is 40. 8 times 6 is the same as 24 doubled. 4 times 6 doubled is 8 times 6. 8 times 6, 24 plus 24, gives us 48. 8 times 7 is the same as 4 times 7 doubled. 28 and 28 more. 28 plus 28 gives us 56. 8 times 8 is the same as 4 times 8 doubled. 32 doubled is 32 plus 32, 64. 8 times 9 is the same as 4 times 9 doubled. 36 and 36 more. 36 plus 36 gives us 72. 8 times 10, you know the routine. 4 times 10 doubled is 40 plus 40. 40 plus 40 is 80. Now we've done our 8s as well. Now I'm going to change something for the next one. I think for our 9s, we'll do something a little different. So I'm going to put our 8s away. We've done well by our 8s, but I still like our 4s. Why do I like our 4s when I want to think about 9s? Well, let's see. Let's try these. Let's use our 4s and our 5s together to make our 9s. How's that sound? So, our strategy for 9 is 4 times a number plus 5 times a number. Let's try this out. 9 times 1 is the same as 4 times 1 plus 5 times 1. So we're going to say that 9 times 1 is the same as 4 times 1 plus 5 times 1. 4 plus 5 is 9. That makes sense, doesn't it? 9 times 2 is the same as 4 times 2 plus 5 times 2, because 4 plus 5 makes 9, right? So 8 plus 10 gives us 18. Oh, we're doing well now. 9 times 3 is the same as 4 times 3 plus 5 times 3. 12 plus 15 gives us 27. 9 times 4 is the same as 4 times 4 plus 5 times 4. 16 plus 20, 36. 9 times 5 is the same as 4 times 5 plus 5 times 5. 20 plus 25 gives us 45. 9 times 6 is the same as 4 times 6 plus 5 times 6. 24 plus 30 gives us 54. 9 times 7 is the same as 28 plus 35. Oh, that's a little bit difficult to add. I think I can do it. I think 28 plus 35 is 63. 9 times 8 is the same as 4 times 8 plus 5 times 8. This is easier to add, isn't it? 32 plus 40 is going to give us 72. 9 times 9 is the same as 4 times 9 plus 5 times 9. 36 plus 45, let's see, that one's going to give us 81. And of course the easiest one last, right? 9 times 10 is the same as 4 times 10 plus 5 times 10. 40 plus 50 is 90. Nice. We've done our 9s, and 9s are not easy. Let's do one other one. I wonder what strategy we'll do for our 10s. I don't think we'll need our 4s, so I'll put our 4s away. I don't think we'll need our 9s, so we'll put our 9s away too. I do think we'll keep our 5s though. Why do you think that's a good idea? Yes, let's do that. So 10 is, and you know what I'm going to write, 10 is double 5. Let's go ahead and do that then. 10 times 1 is the same as 5 times 1 doubled. 5 and 5 more gives us 10. 10 times 2 is the same as 5 times 2 doubled. Double 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. You know the pattern of this already, but we'll go through it. 10 times 3 is the same as 15 doubled. 15 doubled is 30. 10 times 4 is the same as 5 times 4 doubled. 20 and 20 more. 20 plus 20 is 40. 10 times 5 is the same as 5 times 5 doubled. 25 and 25 more. 25 plus 25 is 50. 10 times 6 is the same as 5 times 6 doubled. 30 and 30 more. 30 plus 30 gives us 60. 10 times 7 is the same as 5 times 7 doubled. 35 and 35 more. 35 plus 35 gives us 70. 10 times 8 is the same as 5 times 8 doubled. 40 and 40 more. 40 plus 40 is 80. 10 times 9 is the same as 45 doubled. 5 times 9 doubled. 45 and 45 more. 45 and 45 make 90. Oh, the toughest one of all last, right? 10 times 10 is the same as 5 times 10 doubled, 50 and 50 more. 50 plus 50 gives us 100. We've completed the chart. Let's look at all of them first before we go. Let's start with the ones. If we look at the ones, the 1 is always itself. That made sense, and from that we were able to build the rest of the table. With the 2's, we saw that 2 is always double, so we doubled our 1's. With our 3's, we added the 1's and the 2's to make the 3's. 1 times a number plus 2 times a number makes the 3's. 4's was pretty straightforward. 4's were always double 2 or double double. And our 5's, 5 is the same as 1 times a number plus 4 times a number. And 6, we know about 6. 6 is double 3. And we doubled our 3's to make our 6's. 7's, we added 1 times a number plus 6 times a number. But we could have done 3 times a number plus 4 times a number, or 2 times a number plus 5 times a number. However we wanted to break down the 7's would work. But 1 times a number plus 6 times a number worked out for us well here. 8's were pretty straightforward. 8's were double 4's. We could also just say they're double double doubles. And 9's? 9's we decided to say that's 4 times a number plus 5 times a number. And 10's, we made double 5's. So we built the entire times tables together using some smart strategies. I do hope this has been helpful to you. Hope your day is good. We'll see you next time.